All right, so today, guys, we're gonna go over the Switch 2 Direct. It was much more divisive than I believe most people were expecting. And I did say we're going over it because for the first time this season, we actually do have special guests on. I've got two of my great friends back with me. I've got CJ and I've got Taj here. Y'all want to say something so they don't think
Oh,
I'm
I thought
I
he
lying?
was
was
gonna go first.
like,
Sorry, I thought he was gonna go first.
yeah. So I heard like CJ then Todd, so I was waiting for CJ to acknowledge it first, and then like I was just gonna
That's actually
chime
fair.
in at the back end of that, you know?
All right, well, yeah, we back at it, Well, we back. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, this shit's starting off swell. So, um, CJ, what were you saying that they opened up with though? Because I don't really remember like what the hell they opened up with. I'm lost.
So, like the beginning of the direct had like an intro that like said like there was the Nintendo Direct intro. So, but it
Oh,
wasn't just like the simple
yeah,
like the little
yeah, it was
panels
really
and
neat.
everything.
Yeah, it was really neat. They did a new graphic for it. I remember that. And then they
Yeah, I
had
think
the
though.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be it going forward. Like, I think that'll be the new one going forward. It was a bit long, so I don't think they'll like they'll probably condense it for like the everyday directs. But
Yeah.
this one, of course, was for the Switch 2, so it was like, okay, let's probably make it a little bigger. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like
Um,
it.
and then we were actually having the direct presented to us by the developers of the Switch 2 itself, and I thought that was really interesting that it was more than two people this time. And so I will watch the developer interviews on the website, but that was really interesting because I think I've only seen one of those guys before. I haven't seen the other two. Um, they're probably part of Miyamoto's new team. Part of the people that started on stuff like Splatoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, of course, they opened up with Mario Kart World. I thought that was the obvious choice, but I mean, I didn't expect an open world Mario Kart. I think someone had brought that up at one point, and I was like, I don't know how the fuck that would work though. And
Yeah,
so,
it's a cool concept.
yeah,
It's a sick concept for sure.
yeah. And so, me and Astro were watching one of the videos for Treehouse because I still haven't had a chance to go through the videos in all honesty, as far as Treehouse because I wasn't able to watch the live streams. But I kind of don't like the way that they transition through the stages because like if the map is connected, why is there still a loading screen? I didn't like that.
Yeah. I was watching bits of the Treehouse today, and
Yeah,
I kind of realized that, like the in and out was kind of throwing me off.
yeah.
But I think they touched on a mode where um it's seamless, then it's like one big race. So what you saw was probably just a Grand Prix, because I think there was a
Oh,
mode that
Um,
they were talking about where it was like, yeah, continuous racing or something like that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty
yeah,
sure that's what we
so
saw.
so
yeah, because they
from
showed.
how I understand it,
Go
I
ahead.
never saw the yeah, I never saw the treehouse stuff. I only saw what they showed it from the direct, and like from how I understood it, it was like obviously, you have your Grand Prix mode. That's like what they that's the bread and butter of
Standard.
Mario Kart,
Yeah.
right? And then like after that it's gonna be another thing that you could do with the open world where you can like just chill, drive around the courses, just like mess around,
Mm-hmm.
take pictures with friends, all that jazz, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I saw it, how I understood it.
Yeah, I mean they have a free roam mode, and like CJ was saying, they did show that part. Um, they did show that in the direct where it was a continuous race, pretty much. I just I thought it was like some MCU shit where they lied about what's actually gonna happen in the game
Oh,
just to make it look cute.
That's crazy work.
But I mean, if they showed that off in Treehouse, then that's awesome because that's the way I'm gonna want to play it in 2 years when I can afford it. Um,
oh dang.
Overall, though,
I
He
feel
not
that,
lying.
bro.
He not lying.
overall, that was definitely a good highlight. A highlight game to start off with because I don't think anybody was
Also,
predicting that.
Also to touch on, like, I think that like it bodes extremely well when you're starting off with like Mario Kart, which is like one of your flagships, right? That's like what your console is known for, and you're starting with that. Where do you even go?
I mean, it's not necessarily hard to beat per se. It's more so this is going to be a slam dunk, and at the same time, it's so casual to where um, you don't have to worry about outdoing yourself because you do have these different demographics that you want to hit with games.
Hmm.
And the hell, um, what the hell was I saying? Um,
Uh,
Help me out, guys.
you were talking about the demographic of the game,
Yeah,
and
and so
like,
like
yeah.
stuff like Elden Ring, or
Hmm.
you know, it appeals to a grander audience, but there are other games to be much more passionate about. Basically, is what I'm getting at.
And speaking of Elden Ring, I want to like go into this, and this part kind of blew my mind. Here is how powerful the Switch 2 is to be able to run games like that, like Elden Ring, your Hogwarts, your Cyberpunks. Like these are not light games, you know?
Yeah.
So like
Oh
for
no,
the
man.
Switch 2 to be able to handle things like that is kind of nutty to me. Like just the level of upgrade there, you know?
No, for sure.
They're trying to get us ready for that next Zelda. I already feel it. They needed something stronger for that next Zelda. So I was like, yeah, I like, and like none of those, well, most of those, snips that we saw from those games did not say like, any disclaimer that like this is tweaked footage, so it was like, that's on
Hmm.
engine. So if we take
Hmm.
their word for it, that's in engine. And it's like, oh man, okay. All right. And I know it's in engine because there are some, like, imperfections, but that's just that. That's to be able to get this wide of a library in your hands is crazy. And I'm actually excited to see what they do next year also. Because this is like, most of this is coming
Hmm.
out this year. So it's like, dang,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
So
And not
once a
just
year
this year,
is up,
all of
what's
it.
up?
Yeah, all of this is clustered to pretty much summer, right? So
Yeah.
like all these heavy hitter games are
At
coming
launch,
out
yeah.
all like not just at launch, but like once every week you're getting a new game. You're getting Cyberpunk 1 week, you're getting Hogwarts 1 week, you're getting Street Fighter 6 1 week. Like it's kind of insane.
Street Fighter 6 was crazy. I did not expect that. I was,
I did not expect that
I
either.
thought that was pretty crazy. That
and
was
like they were
nuts.
showing it how it looked in handheld mode. I was like, dude, it reminds me of how good Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS looked. And I was like, okay,
What? That
I'm
was a
getting,
thing?
no, Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS was, in my
Hmm.
opinion, the definitive way to play Super Street Fighter 4
That sounds
because
literally impossible.
it was on the go. Like, and the models were dope. The cutscenes were fire. Loading times were great. I mean, once you realize nobody's moving in the background, they can get a little weird. But then once you like look past that, it's fine. But this is not having that problem. The backgrounds are moving. The colors are vibrant. The frames are framing, and it's really cool. I was excited. Well, I was afraid of what these games could look like on the current Switch. Now I don't have those fears. I don't
hmm
have those fears anymore. So it's like now we can put almost anything on here, just about, and it's only going to get better with updates. So
hmm
Yeah, I mean,
And this is just a base Switch too. This isn't even like any updates to it because
this is
after they drop the Switch
1.0.
2,
This is 1.0.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see.
I mean, to be fair, Nvidia is carrying a lot of it, but speaking
It's a good
of
choice.
what they're starting out with, this mouse feature, I went over in my last episode about the previous direct about how ridiculously under fucking utilized this shit is gonna be, and I cannot believe people are actually hyping this
hmm
shit up with every bone in their body. They're probably gonna have it in like 20 games max, and I can already see them going down the ARMS route with this new IP they have called Dragon Drive, and it's like
Oh
the
yeah, the little wheelchair
paraplegic
basketball.
basketball game, right? Yeah. Um, you're kind of forced to either play it in tabletop or TV mode, right? And obviously, with the
hmm
flexibility of the Switch, like that's not a huge deal. If it was only one of three modes, then maybe that would be a problem, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but is that the only way you can play the game? And then how intuitive will it actually be? Because if this is something that is very dependent on firmware updates, and it has the potential to be buggy, that's going to be a problem. I
Yeah,
want it to work out, but
I can see it now.
yeah. But look at what happened to ARMS. I'm just saying.
What happened to what?
What happened to ARMS?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that was a game at one point, now wasn't
I'm
it?
crying, bro. That's
By the way, it's still
fucking.
$60. It's still $60.
That shit's embarrassing, bro.
Dude, but I'm with you on these mouse controls being underutilized. Look, watch.
hmm
Uh, the new WarioWare that's inevitably going to come out is going to have it. You got Dragon Drive,
Yep.
maybe the Nintendo Switch 2 version of the new Rhythm Heaven, and maybe like one other game this year. Oh, the little tutorial thing. Boom, there you go. There's your four games that are going to use it,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
and speaking of the tutorial game, one thing I have to say that I'm not a fan of, that game isn't free.
Even if it is only going to be like $5, it's more so like, why not do that as a shoe in? But apparently, in one of the interviews from like a ways back, Nintendo doesn't like giving away the hard work of their developers, and I totally understand that, right? But it's literally a tutorial
hmm
game. What are we doing? It's literally a
yeah,
tutorial for the console.
Like,
do any of you guys have a PS5, right?
Like, look at Astro's Playroom, bro,
Look at Astro's Playroom. It came free with your PS5,
and
and it's
PS4.
like that's another game, bro. It's a different game, bro. It's a different game.
How?
Anyway,
I don't even want to know.
bro, that's a different game,
Shit's
bro.
stupid.
It's a different
Moving
game,
on.
bro. But yeah, so like look at that, that just like an adventure game to teach you how to use a DualSense controller and things like that. And so when they showed me that tutorial game was like a thing in the first place, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's just gonna be on my console, ready to go. It ain't. And so for that, I will probably just have to learn how these things work by hand because I don't know if I mean, depending on the price, if it's $5, I'll throw a crisp little Abe Lincoln at it and, learn the console. But if it's anything more than that, I'll just have to use in-game tutorials of other games to figure out how to use these things. I'll just call it a day after that.
Okay. Well, um, moving on. I kind of wanted to spice it up a little bit and talk about some of these Nintendo Switch 2 editions that they were doing, right? Um, Jamboree, I'm not so sure that was the move.
Dang, you didn't like it? I thought it was
Bro,
cool.
if Mario
I'm
Party is gonna
interested to
have
hear
an
your thoughts
update,
here.
why in the actual fuck would I have to buy a new machine just to get the update? It's Mario Party.
Yeah, but this one's got a game show mode, and
Uh-uh.
you have to use the camera.
Mm-mm. Girl, y'all could have did that shit, but not put everything behind that fucking big ass paywall. No, ma'am. And then you gotta buy the upgrade package anyway.
How much are these upgrade packs? I
From
haven't
my
seen them. I haven't seen
understanding, they're
purchase
gonna
one.
be like $20 for the most part.
Oh, girl! I clutched my pearls
See
when you
what I'm
said
saying?
20. Oh,
See what I'm
oh my
saying?
goodness.
Yeah, it ain't too cute now, is it?
Oh my god. Girl, even PS5 give you a free upgrade for select titles. Title.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh, girl, it just got hot in here. Ain't no way. That man said $20. $20? Okay.
My point
Ooh.
exactly.
Maybe I might not get that Tears of the Kingdom upgrade. I don't know. I think I might just be okay with it.
Bro, the
I
shit
might
was
just be okay
already
with
$70, bro. But
I
no,
was saying I don't beat the game anyway. It's
but
cool.
no.
I don't need to relive
I'm
it.
gonna be honest though. That's probably the only upgrade pack that I would buy within the first month because, like, I want to play
Hmm.
the games the way they were meant to be played. But it's kind of crazy that they make you pay for that anyway. Those should have been free updates.
I agree. I think that it's just in general kind of annoying that like you paid for the base game and then like you have to pay for an upgrade on top of that.
Yeah.
Just in general for any game. Um,
Well, see, and this is where I'm gonna end up sounding like a fanboy, like I did like 5 fucking years ago. Um,
mhm.
it's different in the Nintendo way. So just like Jamboree, they're actually adding content, right? So it's not like they're literally like giving you a pass to play it on the new console and it runs better. Like no, for a lot of this stuff
Mhm.
they're actually adding content, but that's why I was saying for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom specifically, we should not be paying for that shit whatsoever.
Oh, Breath of the Wild, especially, you got me bent. If you think I'm putting another dollar into that game, I'm not putting.
Yeah,
I'm not putting another dollar into Breath of the Wild. It is 2025.
Bruh, the Lost
like
Forest
there's no
looks chopped though. Literally, like choppy as fuck.
Yeah. So when I get the one for Tears of the Kingdom, I'll be fine. I'm not. I'm not doing the Breath of the Wild one. Like what?
But bro, the
like
games are gonna
there's no
look so
point.
much better. I might have to play Master Mode for the fourth time, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, you just. I'm not. Good God. For the love of, for the love of God, bro, you can't let them get away with it.
I know I'm terrible.
No, because while I'm doing all this talking, I'm probably gonna have the Breath of
Oh
the Wild
hell no.
upgrade. Look. I know, right?
Nah, you full of
I know.
shit.
I'm no better. I'm no better.
I can't. So no, I was not very happy about that. Um,
Yeah, same, honestly. Like, I get it that like they have to make money for putting in that much more work to get these games to like a certain
like I
standard.
said earlier, Nvidia is carrying.
But like at the same time, just looking at it from a consumer aspect, this sucks,
It does.
you know?
It does. It's very anti-consumer when they do shit like that.
Hmm.
But
All right.
what you got for us?
So something caught my eye, and it's not necessarily that it caught my eye, but it did. So I'll just say that. So if y'all remember the DS days when one person had Mario Kart, but we all could play with the download play. I saw that they was talking about this GameShare feature,
Broski.
and I was like, okay, we are back in the download play days. I cannot wait. Now, because some games do that because the game allows it, like Clubhouse did.
Yeah.
Like you can buy you can buy the guest. Well, you can download the guest pass so you can
CJ,
play it with someone who has it.
do you not remember me talking about they should bring back download play for the Switch because they got the local wireless shit
Dude,
going?
you were definitely on this back in like 2018.
Bro.
You didn't let the Switch get off the ground before you brought up download play. You were like, yeah, nah, it needs download play.
See,
It needs download
like,
play,
why
really.
didn't they do that? And they did that shit with Clubhouse, and I think that was one of the ones that they highlighted, one of the games they highlighted for the game share, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and games like that will have it built in. I'm pretty sure games like, It Takes Two, you can like only one person needs the game. And then Split
Yeah.
Fiction by the same developer, only one person needs the game. But that's multi-platform. Like that same principle is multi-platform. But this game share thing, the games they're highlighting so far, Captain Toad, Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey. Now, who wants to be the hat? Who wants to be the hat across the country, bro? It's never that deep. And then
Why would you not want to be the hat, man?
Big Brain Academy. But no, okay, look. I'm not saying being the hat is bad, but it's like across the country. Oh, I can't play Odyssey. I'm waiting for my homeboy to get off work so he can be the hat. Like that's not like like
I
oh
think
nah, that's not important enough for me. But I mean, it's cool that you'll be able to do it. But I don't know.
I think it's one of those things that's well intentioned, but like realistically, why would you do that? If you're going to hang out with your friends to play games, right? Why would you not just be on one screen, you know?
Um, well, just like with download play, unfortunately, it is only an in-person feature. That is not over the internet. Correct me if I'm wrong because I don't recall that being an internet thing.
No, it's only
Okay, I
LAN.
just wanted to be sure on that.
Yeah, yeah. Download play, you had to be shoulder to shoulder
Yeah,
because you could. I mean, download play was spotty. You sit across from somebody, you might have some
yeah.
droppage. It was a good concept, but you had to be right all up on them for it to work.
Them motherfuckers was using like Bluetooth too, wasn't it? That shit was
Ooh,
terrible.
boy, dude, I'm talking about motherfucking shuffle, and then all of a sudden your bars drop from green to orange. You like, oh Lord, hold on,
Now I'm gonna say one
come
because
on, man,
Switch was using
scoot on
Bluetooth
back.
3.5 or some shit.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a way to relieve the pressure off some people to like purchase full games.
Yeah,
Um, Hopefully they do that with more of their like multiplayer games, like so that would be dope. Like hopefully that Marvel game gets access to that because I plan on buying it, but it's a beat 'em up. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
yeah.
So
I
so
can't.
that'd be
I
cool.
can't necessarily see it with stuff like that, even though I feel like um, they probably should for things with a smaller audience like that. But then again, I guess they would want to maximize sales, so that would be another reason to not do it. But
Right.
since you brought up GameShare, I kind of want to get into GameChat. And before I do that, I kind of want to bring up something from the past direct because virtual game cards is a very interesting fucking concept. And I can't believe we're just now getting it, and I didn't think of it. So, in case you guys.
Loki sounds like a you idea.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well, to recap, in case you guys don't recall, virtual game cards are digital games, not games that you insert with a game card, but they are the digital games that you download from the eShop, which I believe should be changing to the Nintendo Switch shop at some point, according to their filings that came out in the Epic Games lawsuit. Um, they are downloadable games that you can then share with people for up to 2 weeks. But each person can only borrow one game from you at a time. But you can send out as many people as are on. You can send out as many games to as many people as are on your family plan, so up to 7 people. Now, currently, that is not something we can reap the benefits from, RIP. But I just
Yet.
think that would be a very cool way to deal with things in the future, just so I can have my Switch back on the primary console, set back to the primary console. And it's not necessarily just because I leave the house and it's kind of inconvenient for me to like connect a hotspot just to use it, but it's more so even when you download DLC, you have to connect to the internet just for the game to load up. And sometimes I just want to be able to jump right into the game.
Yeah.
So that is a very cool thing. But back to Switch 2. Virtual game cards obviously is a Switch 2 feature, but GameChat.
Hmm.
I kind of didn't understand the sentiment of people saying how quote unquote bad it looks. Taj, you're one of them. I'm calling you out.
Wait, what? What? No, no. You got the wrong
Was
guy,
yo,
pal.
is
Okay,
this
it was either
true?
you or Jay.
You are
Is this
absolutely
It was either you
false.
or Jay, and
I
Astro
said
said it
quite the
too.
opposite.
But
No, no, no. It was not me.
I'm
Like, I
spreading
said the very
I'm
exact
spreading
opposite, where
misinformation.
I think that like their game chat or their implementation of game chat just conceptually is one of the best like
Yeah,
I've just seen, period. Yep.
I like the fact that you can play literally anything and be able to still chat amongst each other. And the screen
Hmm.
sharing feature, I did not see that much coming. Like I saw the video chat thing, but like screen sharing, really?
Yeah. It's like the party feature from like that Sony offers, but more like community. It's like, like I can see what you're doing in real time,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm interested enough, I can stop what I'm doing, blow your screen up, and follow along, talk,
Yeah.
discuss, and things like that. And it was dope. And I loved how seamless it was to jump
Hmm.
into a chat.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
if I'm gonna take their word for it, my Switch being on the entertainment system, me being on the couch, and it still being able to pick me up and not the things around me, that's
Oh,
cool. That's
bro.
cool.
I'm
Yeah, that's their
so
words. I'm taking their word for it. So,
yeah.
like,
I don't
as it's
think it's gonna
presented to
work
me, that was
nearly
dope.
as well.
No, you're
Yeah.
wrong. I'm
That was
telling you,
dope.
like technology has come too far. Our phones do that, bro. Like I
You
highly
feel me? Like, yeah, I don't think it'll be that hard to do it with a game
yeah,
console. Not really.
cuz I mean not only does the console itself have a mic, like you can plug a headset into the Pro controller now and
Which is sick.
man,
Yeah.
that shit's dope, bro.
And I also really like that Nintendo like took into account the fact that they have a very young audience and said, "Hey, parents, there's a parental control options for
Mhm.
this. You don't have to let your kids be on the game chat while
Yep.
they're."
Um, it's very good that they decided to go ahead and remind people like the parental controls app is still going to be very much compatible with Switch 2. It's going to be on the console itself to connect with and all that shit there. Were you going to say something, CJ?
I was going to say that I'm looking forward to the. Okay, so obviously there's gear to help your game chat experience be better. Like the camera. And so I was just like, okay, now I'm interested to see like how some of these companies expand on it. Like I've always been interested on how other companies make gear for the console that I use that makes my experience a lot better. So like maybe we get like some better cameras along the line, like
Mm-hmm.
some pro cameras. I feel like a lot of people really like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, would enjoy that. I know I would, but I don't want y'all to see me and then think I'm chopped because like maybe maybe the camera that I have isn't suited for my area and like I'm really cute for real. So I need y'all to like really see that. So then I gotta give me a better one. And so yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But like you said, what like two and a half years from now? That's when we'll all be having it.
That's
You
so
know?
sick,
Hmm.
bro.
That sounds about right.
That's so sad. Yeah, but like,
And knowing my luck, and I'm speaking from experience, I'm gonna buy the Switch, and then the next week they're gonna announce that they're upgrading it.
oh, shut up.
Ah.
They're definitely gonna do an OLED model though, for sure. Um,
Oh Lord.
No, I'm serious, because like remember that's what happened to me.
that's true.
I bought my Switch. I bought my Switch in 2019, in the summer of 2019, and that very same month, they just said, "Hey, we're introducing one with better battery. Y'all come and get it."
Oh, you
I'm just
too?
like,
Oh yeah,
bruh,
mine's
Oh,
done.
you're talking
No,
about
dude, mine's
V2,
done.
the
bruh.
V2 Switch. That's
Yes,
hilarious, bro.
like literally the next week, and I'm just here like, bruh,
Yo,
do y'all have to hate me this much?
but yeah, a UHD resolution camera would be nice. They're already doing third-party ones. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but they have one with the piranha plant, and when you're not using it, it closes its mouth, bro.
Oh, that looks so cool. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Dude, I've already seen carrying cases, bro. I have one in my Amazon cart
What the
already.
fuck?
Yeah, dude, I have carrying cases already,
A
bro.
carrying case for the
Dude,
Switch, though, right?
nah, bro. It's a
Oh
Switch 2
no,
carrying
bro!
case.
Come on, bro. See, that's why your ass ain't about to get this Switch until 2030, bro.
Dude, bro. I'm literally going to like have the case. I'm gonna sell all my other cases.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm getting my money back on this thing. Once I transfer my stuff over, I'm selling my Switch too. Yeah, I'm making my money back
Yeah,
on this some way or
I'm
another.
I plan on doing trade-in for my Switch whenever I can to get the Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about trading. I might sell it on eBay. Find a desperate
Yeah.
mom around the holidays. Oh, look, little Timmy,
Yo, that's
look,
crazy work.
little Timmy need this. I'll put in the description. Good for the holidays. Yeah.
That's crazy work.
I gotta buy a
That's
kickstand for
kind of
mine, man, so it'll look
diabolical,
better.
man.
So it'll look better, because mine don't have a kickstand, so I gotta make it look nice.
Oh nah. Just buy a third-party one, bro.
Okay, dog.
Um, but I think we talked on this a little bit earlier, but we never really got into details. How do you guys feel about the drag racing game there? I don't
Oh, like
remember
the
the name of
basketball
it.
tournament?
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh man, I'm gonna be on that.
it seems
it
cool.
looked fun in theory. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, this all goes back to the pricing and stuff, which we're gonna get into a little later, guys. Um, I don't think I'm willing to pay more than $50 for that shit, bro. It's still a tech demo of a game.
$50 is way too much for me
Oh
personally.
no, you
I
not
think
ready, bro.
for me, I'm looking at
You're
40,
not ready, bro.
40 sounds about right there where I'm looking at.
Oh, I was assuming we was buying it on sale. I didn't know we was gonna buy it full price. Was y'all trying to buy it for full price? Oh, I don't know about all that, man. I'm waiting for that
Yeah,
sale immediately.
you're not wrong
Mo-
on that one either.
I'm dead, bro. No, they're definitely gonna
Sales
have to have.
sound nice right about
They're
now.
definitely gonna have to have way more sales, though.
Hmm.
Um, well, I kind of missed this one while we were going over the the remakes and re-releases and shit. But it's kind of a big deal because we knew it would be a dual release game. The fact that Metro Prime 4 still does not have a fucking release date is fucking itching my ears because there's no excuse.
Wasn't this game announced like 4 years ago?
No, it was announced the release year of the original Nintendo Switch, and then they delayed it in 2019, and we're just now fucking hearing about it again. Last year's Direct.
Oh,
Yo, but we got 2 trailers in like less than a year, bro. Like
Man, I don't
you
give
gotta
a fuck
relax.
about that, bro.
You gotta-
That shit still say
yeah,
2025. Fuck that, man. I'm not giving them no damn leeway on that shit, bro. You could have told us holiday
bro,
2025 or some shit, and then I still would have blew your ass up because, like, what the fuck are we doing? We basically wait until
we have
2026 for this fucking long ass development cycle game, bro. And you should have just had retro on it from the beginning. What the fuck?
Bro, we have a title and official box art. I don't know what more you want.
Fuck that. They
Like a
just trying to be
release date.
cheap.
I mean, you can assume it's coming out at least next year, right? Yeah, it's not coming out this year.
All right, all
Like,
right.
at this point, at this rate, you should just be used to waiting 35 millennia for a
Okay.
game to
Well,
come
since you
out.
want to stand up
Like,
for it so bad, they gonna.
this is like the third one.
Since you want to stand up for it so
Like,
bad, they gonna make you pay $100 for that fucking upgrade on Switch 2. That shit gonna be $80 standard.
Oh,
who you think paying for it? That's
I'm talking
crazy.
about
You
CJ.
really thought,
Goofy
huh?
ass. Don't sit up here and try to defend that shit, bro.
I'm not defending
But
it. You know, I'm
You
like,
just saying, you
are.
know, like co- context clues, it's definitely not coming out this year.
Oh, we got two
So you
trailers.
might want to wait for
Oh,
next
we got
year.
box art. Fuck that.
Wait, hold on.
but
It
yeah,
say release date
we've been
2025.
Man,
we've
I'm
been
about to
waiting
boot
some
your ass
years for
off the
some
show, bro.
games, man. After they've been announced.
Dead ass.
Tears of the Kingdom. We've had to wait for that for
Man,
like
no,
ages and a
man.
half. Bayonetta
I already
3.
went off on their ass about Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom is different. Them motherfuckers didn't even realize that they was making the fucking game in the first place. I give them a pass on that shit. For real.
Dude, it took us 2 years to get the title for Tears of the Kingdom, and then another year for it to come out. Hey,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
No, it was another year for the trailer and then another 6 months for the game to come
Okay,
out.
but bro,
That
You
was
got the
crazy.
timeline messed up.
same shit with Metroid Prime 4. We didn't even get the fucking title for that. That was a fucking placeholder title, bro. They just knew it was going to be the next Metroid Prime game. What if it was called just Metroid Prime Beyond and it wasn't a direct sequel? Nah, man. That shit's bogus. They pissed me off with that. Nah, some crazy shit though. Bro. So I don't know if I was talking to y'all about it, but I told folks they was gonna wait till Switch 2 to do GameCube, bro.
You did tell me. You told
Okay.
me that.
Okay, I knew I told somebody,
Yeah,
bro.
you told me. I didn't believe you. I was like, they at least gonna squeeze GameCube out on the Switch before they move on to Switch 2. But hey, you got me on that one. You got me on that one.
So I'm kind of like mad low key because like, bro, I just learned how to start doing some stuff with my Wii. And I put F-Zero GX on
Oh
that shit, bro, and it looks marvelous on Switch 2.
hell no! They gonna be on. They gonna be at your motherfucking no. Especially now that it's gonna be on Switch 2. You better not. They gonna you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no excuse.
Bro, I literally own the game though. I told y'all that. I never sent it
No,
back to
tell them
GameStop.
that. See if they care
No,
about
bro,
that.
that's the legal
Please
middle ground.
enlighten me.
If you own it, if you own the physical game, even Nintendo has said that. If you own the physical game, you're good.
All right, so like, what if it's not in my possession? I definitely own it, but it's not in my
Ooh.
possession. So like,
Ooh, when they raid your house, you
is that the
better have
gray
some good
area?
answers.
I mean, I got them for sure, but they at my grandma's house. You know,
Shit, I don't know if they hearing that, bro.
they at my grandma. They at my grandma. She got them.
Nah, but considering that we just got Kirby Air Riders, which I'm about to get the fuck into, they got a
Yeah.
really interesting lineup for GameCube though. I saw Path of Radiance on there, right?
I did see Path of
Okay.
Radiance, but what my standout, Gale of Darkness, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I have never been able to play that game, so I cannot wait to play it.
Okay. But since I brought up Kirby Air Riders, bro, I kind of peeped that was the game that Sakurai. No, I'm lying. I kind of figured like Sakurai was probably going to do something Kid Icarus related. Like I kind of knew he wasn't going to do that, but every brain dead motherfucker on Twitter was saying like, "Oh, he confirmed Smash. He said that Smash." Like, no, bro, he's more than fucking
Bruh.
Smash Bros, bro. Why do we keep doing this shit? So I was hoping he did like either a remaster of Uprising or a sequel. But, bro,
I also wouldn't mind them just tossing Kid Icarus on the Switch too, because like I never got a chance to play them. So they're games that I've been interested in for a long, long time. So being able to play them would have been nice.
yeah, man, I've been saying though, like, I think I was still in high school. I was like, bro, I really hope one day they do like another Kirby Air Ride or remake the shit. It's just so validating to see that Sakurai has not fucking forgotten, bro. Because he was still with Hal Laboratory when
Yeah,
they made that game. So, yeah, bro, I'm psyched.
I don't think he wanted to give y'all a remake. I think he wanted to give y'all like a good sequel. Like let's take it up. So I'm glad he went that route instead of like a remake. Remake would have been cool, but I'm more I'm more excited for like a new game in general. I think that's a better move.
Yeah. Taj, you want to take it?
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about Age of Imprisonment real quick.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense than what I thought.
What were you thinking, man?
No clue. Go on.
No, 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 no. We're not glossing over this one. What were you thinking,
Dude, I thought that was a person. I thought that was a person's name or something.
No, I
bruh?
didn't know what the fuck to
But
think, bro.
So, okay, Age of Calamity went hard, and if
okay.
Age of Imprisonment is anything like that, which it's gonna be, of the games that Koei has made, they have not missed, not once, with Age of Calamity, not with Fire Emblem, Three
Debatable.
Hopes. So, Age of Imprisonment, I'm expecting big things.
I am too.
Like
Especially because
being
that
able to,
story is fire.
yes. And then you're going to be in the past, focusing on Zelda and Rauru?
Yeah, yeah. I'm ready, bro. The only thing I don't like though is the fact that it does not seem like they're gonna put that on Switch, the original Switch, and it kind of sucks because Tears of the Kingdom is on the original Switch.
I,
So
bro, if you lick my skin right now, there'd be nothing but salt if they don't drop that on their
yeah, you're
Switch One.
sick, bro.
I,
You're sick out your ass, bro. They're not doing that shit, bro.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. That shit not gonna be on the
They
Switch One.
definitely would have had that in last week direct, bro. You're done on that one.
bruh,
They
Yeah,
done
bro.
seared the
I don't
steak
know,
already,
man.
bro.
It's not looking likely.
nah, my chemical composition just switched to sodium. I hate it
I'm
here,
gonna be
man.
honest though,
Yeah, I don't know,
because
man.
y'all know that they're kind of gonna do it like Age of Calamity, where it's kind of like an alternate kind of telling, like, what if this is what happened, since
Right.
Nintendo doesn't want to make any particular thing canon that they're not like deep into as far as the content. They are like
Right.
But
giving notes and stuff, but like they're not making it themselves, right? So I'm gonna be pissed if they find some sort of fucking way to bring Link into this shit without it being DLC. I swear to God, bro. Let Zelda have her moment.
so
Let Zelda have her
with
moment.
imprisonment,
Echoes of Wisdom was not enough, okay?
with him.
Huh?
So with imprisonment, I think that it's a little bit more likely that they might stick a little bit closer to the
And
story,
why
the
would you
original
say
story
that?
than they did with because that part of Age of that part of Tears of the Kingdom was largely unexplored. With the whole everything that happened in the past. Like we got cliff notes to it. So if they just went according to like the script that we got in Tears of the Kingdom, like not much would change because again, we don't know much about what happened there. So they can add as much flair as they want to in that department, in my
Oh
humblest of
yeah.
opinions.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to get more story behind the I don't want to call them champions because like that's so Breath of the Wild. Well, what were they called? Like the people?
I would call them the new champions.
I
Well, the old champions though.
no,
You
the
feel
Oh,
old
me?
we're still talking
champions,
about
the
Age
old
You
of
feel
guard.
me?
Embarrassment. I thought you were talking about Age of Calamity. My bad. They were the sages, right?
Yeah. So well,
Yeah, your
sages,
ass
boom,
tripping.
right. So getting more
Yeah,
info on them would be sick, and I
Oh,
can't wait
absolutely.
to like
agreed.
yeah, I can't wait to like, see what they was going through. And,
Hmm.
I mean, get their names at least, cause I don't know nothing about them. They don't got no name tag on or
Yeah.
nothing. So, but
Wait,
I
they
can
weren't
already see
named?
that the
I could
Gerudo
have
one's
sworn
stand
they
on
were.
business.
Wait, what?
I
You
could have
sure?
sworn they were named though. Weren't they?
What?
Am I going crazy?
I don't think I don't think I remember
You
that.
thought they were what?
I could be wrong.
Like,
He
I don't
said
know.
he
I might
thinks they
have
were
to go
named.
rewatch.
Named?
Yeah, I might have to go rewatch the cutscenes.
I
Uh-huh.
know the one with the mech, she had a name, but I don't remember the other ones.
Bro,
The only one I remember was Minoru.
I feel
Yeah,
like all
she
of
had
them
a
had a
name.
name, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying. I'm pretty sure they were named.
No, I don't know. I
Like,
never
I
I
could
finished
go
the
could
back
be
and
game.
wrong.
rewatch.
Big gasp. But I don't know.
I could be wrong. I don't remember their names.
Nah, I ain't trying to, like, I'm not trying to gaslight you. I just felt like they had mentioned their names at one point. Um,
Well, I wasn't
I
going
feel
for it
like
no
that
way.
would be.
So
um,
But yeah, I think that that would just be a nice thing to add context to like what happened in the past and like leave what happens in the future like completely to the future.
well,
Maybe the only thing I could see them like adding Link, how they would add Link would maybe be bringing him to the past, but like that wouldn't
that's
make
what
any
I'm
sense.
saying. I feel like they're gonna do some stupid shit like that. What I wouldn't be completely against though is if they did like some um, connecting missions, like she's doing this in the past, and then he needs to do this in the present to make sure she can. Well, she's gonna do these things in the past to make sure he can do these things in the present, or some bullshit. I just don't want Link at all unless it's DLC. Like, please.
I'm not mad at that take because I'm right there with you. Like, can we
okay,
please have a
okay,
Zelda game that's about Zelda? Please.
yes. Okay, I'm glad we agree. I thought I was in enemy territory for the longest, but I'm so glad that y'all are like-minded individuals like me because I heard you say earlier, Echoes of Wisdom was not enough, and it wasn't. It ain't. You mean tell me Peach get a whole standalone game, and Zelda
Two of them
still
at this
is
point,
just playing
probably.
second fiddle in the game named after her. What?
Yeah.
Well, at this time, my good people, Taj has to leave us because he kind of sucks, but we love him anyway.
He's got prior
Wow, that's
engagements.
crazy work.
He's got prior engagements. Don't let him turn y'all against
Yes,
him.
Like,
yes.
can we just not with that? Like, I got things to do,
No,
man.
absolutely. He is very much a person that is living. So, thank you.
That's foul work.
So, thank you for being on today, Taj. We're gonna have fun without you, bud.
I don't like how this sounds. This sounds like I'm just being pushed out the door.
It
Like,
won't be
yeah,
half as full
bro.
without you, man.
y- You know, I tried, but I'm not feeling kind of sad type of vibes, you know? Like, what is this?
No, a genuine thank you for making time for the show today because I'm well aware that
No problem, no
yeah, I'm well
problem.
aware you've had things that you've had to tend to. So thank you for your time, sir.
Hmm.
All right,
All right, appreciate that. It was fun being back on the channel, you know?
great to have you back.
Hopefully I can come back at some point soon, you know?
Absolutely, we'd be glad to have you, man.
But until then, I want to say something, but like that's copyrighted, so I'm just gonna say, I'll catch you guys next time.
All
All right,
right.
bro. Take care.
All right.
All right, so CJ, just to go through the rest of these games we've got on here, I kind of missed the opportunity earlier, but why the fuck did Capcom decide like, hey, Street Fighter Six amiibo? That was
Yeah,
so
okay,
random.
no. Okay, so I'm so glad you said that because I was like, okay, Street Fighter 6 is cool, but there's no reason for me to get it on my Nintendo Switch too. And then they showed that, and I was like, oh, well, come on, man.
Oh, you think that was a
Why
good
would,
selling point?
yeah, because at first I was like, okay, it looks great, looks phenomenal, but there's literally no reason to why I need to buy this game a second time. And then they showed the amiibo, and I was like, oh, good God! Because you know they're going to do it for the rest of the characters, and then they may not do a Terry because there's already a Terry Smash Amiibo,
Yeah.
but they may just make the Terry one compatible. So, but good to see that they haven't given up on Amiibo. I love
So,
that. I
you know,
I have
really the only other time I recall them doing amiibo for a non Nintendo game was Shovel Knight. So I never thought this was happening with a AAA developer ever. This is kind of major.
This is huge. I cannot wait to see what more doors this opens because this has opened a door for
Yeah,
sure, and I can't wait to see what else they do. And you know, Capcom love everybody. You know, Capcom loves everybody. I think they got a sweet spot for Nintendo for sure,
yeah.
but Capcom loves everybody. You know, like they give love to all these different platforms. And the amiibo was huge and they look great. I think they started off with like what Jamie, Kimberly, and if there was a third one, I can't remember who it was. I don't think Ryu was one of them.
Yeah, man. They look very faithful to the character models as well. Like, bro's doing like a handstand or some shit, right? Like, bro got all the limbs out.
Yeah,
That had to have been expensive as
yeah,
shit.
he's probably drunk. He's probably drunk doing that also.
um,
Yeah, he's drunk.
I mean, they've been announced back in 2014. I think Amiibo started being produced in 2015. So we've had them on the market for over 10 years now. And just now we're getting actual third party Amiibo. This is different. I wonder if they're going to if other AAA developers are going to watch Capcom and see if it actually helps with game sales because this is different in a good way.
Oh yes, absolutely. And like I said, I think the Switch 2 is a good upgrade for people who have a Switch because you know some Switch users, actually most Switch users that I know, this is their only console. So when they upgrade, they'll be able to experience all these other titles without having to shell out more money for another console when you can just upgrade the Switch you have and then you can enjoy games like Street Fighter 6, like Elden Ring and you know things like
Yeah.
that. And I think it's really cool that they went the extra mile, and I'm kind of glad they sat on it for as long as they did. Because had this came out in like what Switch came out in 2017,
Right.
had they tried to do a Switch 2 in 2022, that's like 5 years afterwards. I feel like it wouldn't have been nearly as good as what we got. So I'm glad they sat on
Yeah,
it for as
absolutely
long as
not.
they did.
Yeah.
The wait was agonizing for sure, but it's looking like it's paying off.
I mean, I kind of told people like we're not getting it before 2024 and I really think it's going to be 2025 and that was before they announced that they had delayed it reportedly. But I mean, they wanted to milk this thing as long as possible. And that they did. It was a good call, honestly. Except
Oh,
the
okay.
the trade issues, which we'll get into in
Um,
a minute. You got something else?
oh, okay, okay. Doubling back to the Street Fighter 6 amiibo, it looks like the three figures, Luke, Jamie, and Kimberly, are the first figures that they have.
Mm-hmm.
But as I can see, the amiibo cards for every character up until, like, I think right before Terry and Mai, because I think they have Akuma on here, and then
Oh
they have
wow, they have
Aki and
amiibo
Ed
cards
and
as well.
Rashid. So,
I
yeah,
thought
I
that was
think
really
it's
only an Animal
everybody
Crossing
from
thing.
year one. Yeah, so they have the amiibo cards for everybody, and then like the three figures
Wow,
are the ones that they're starting off with.
that is amazing,
I
dude.
don't have an amiibo card. I don't have an amiibo card for anything, so that'll be a cool thing to buy.
I only
I only have the
have,
one amiibo.
I only have Digby, and I was pretty pissed to find out that I couldn't have him on my island. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to just fucking drink coffee with the guy. This is Isabel's brother. I want him on my island, living there. Okay. Oh man. I mean, you got anything you want to go over real quick?
Honestly, if I'm being real, there's one thing that I can't talk about it for long because they didn't give me much to talk about, but this was more like a here, damn type of reveal, but I was able to accept it anyway. Um, we got first looks at World of Steam for Professor Layton, and
Mm-hmm.
I definitely felt like it was a bit like kind of just thrown. And
Yeah,
that's fine.
it was in the
That's
sus
fine.
beta. Yeah.
I was definitely bugging. I was definitely bugging and like getting angry that I didn't hear anything about it. So, oh, but another thing that I thought was a little bit cooler and that I could talk about for a little bit
Okay,
more is
real quick about Leighton. Did we not get a confirmation that they were working on a new one last year? Or am I wrong?
yeah, we got the confirmation and the title, but we didn't get
Okay.
anything
I
else.
just wanted to
But
make sure they had
what we
gone over that already.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because like we had the title and everything, and that's why I was waiting for more information because we got the title and the confirmation. I was like, oh my god, please, please.
Yeah.
And then it was dope to see that they did not forget, bro. Damon X Machina is coming back. I don't know if
Bro.
you enjoyed the first one. I
Um
don't know if you enjoyed
the
the first
first
one.
one
I'm
was
not a big Met guy, but
undeniably shit.
it mm, you said what?
Just from my experience, bro, it was lacking in so many ways, and it's unfortunate because they had an open beta, and so I'm like, should I have been part of the beta to let them know what was going on? Because this was one of those games that Marvelous put out where they were actually taking feedback from the beta group.
Yeah,
That shit was not hitting the way it was supposed to. Okay, you don't like mechs, but
I think that I will give the sequel a try. I don't think I'll. I don't think I'll play the first one. I
I
think I'm just
would
gonna close
not
the book on
recommend.
that. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna close the book on that, and so I'll just be without. But I think I will try this sequel out. And I don't know if you caught this, but boy, so they're bringing Hitman, which is dope. But they also teased a new 007
Okay,
game,
wait,
and I
wait.
think
I just wanted to give my
what?
comments real quick on Titanic Scion. Um,
Okay, yeah,
it
go.
very much looks like exactly what I was expecting from Damon X Machina. But I was telling Taj before we started the show, um, it looks more like Scarlet Nexus, the game on Xbox that he said was more comparable to Astral Chain. It gave me those kinds of vibes. And I'm very much interested. I'm hoping this isn't a sequel and then I kind of have to play the first one to get like information on it because the first one doesn't have fucking cloud saves and that's gonna piss me off. So but yeah, I just wanted to go over that. I even like the name. I'm guessing there's going to be more water involved with this one. Titanic Scion.
I mean, Titanic doesn't always have to be a
All
boat.
right, shut up.
I don't like. I mean, I feel like that was. I don't. Why would it be water? They're like mechanical and stuff, bro. Like, wouldn't they
So,
like get short circuited and
bro,
whatnot?
if this is the fucking future, you think they're not gonna be completely waterproof? Shit is only water resistant nowadays. You think they're not gonna be waterproof in those damn automatons and shit?
I mean, it don't matter because I'm gonna be playing Tony Hawk 3 and 4 anyway. So I mean,
Okay. I'm just not big on sports games. I was more of like a skate kid personally. Um, but yeah, you mentioned double oh
they'll probably
007
put that
though.
new skate on there. So you
You
said what?
mentioned double oh 007.
Yeah, because they're bringing Hitman to it, and then looks like IO Interactive is working on the next 007 game, and I didn't know that there was not because like we all love GoldenEye, but I had no idea that people were well, maybe they didn't know. Maybe they just took a shot in the dark. Because I, for one, would love a modern day James Bond game, and I I play it. I played GoldenEye for hours, so I wouldn't be like I can definitely see myself playing one in the modern era. So I cannot wait, and it looks like they got some money behind it.
Yeah,
You know, the Amazon is coming through with it. So
I'm not sure why I had just decided that in my mind, but I thought we were kind of like closing the books forever on another 007 game. And it's just because they haven't done one since what, like GameCube days? So, I
yeah,
mean,
uh-huh.
why the fuck would I randomly think like, um, they should do a new 007 game? Like that's not a passing thought whatsoever. I did forget about that though. I'm glad you brought it up. Did we get a title?
Oh no, it just says Project 007,
Yeah,
so you know it's a working
bro,
title.
I'm ready. I want to see more.
I'm ready
I
too.
want to see more. I
I am ready
That's
to.
really interesting. I don't need a multiplayer of this though. I'm gonna be honest. I want it to
No,
be
I could do
strictly
without.
story driven.
I, yeah, I could do without. I mean, if they give it, I'll dabble in it, but like, it's not. I don't need it.
It would just be weird
But are
nowadays
you
because
ready?
back then they didn't really care that four people are playing as the same character. But like, I don't know. Of course, they'll have new characters for people to play with. But am I ready for?
So earlier we touched on like the GameCube thing, but I think one thing that like we covered what like Path of Radiance. Well, I didn't cover it, but Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. So yes, no longer do you have to spend $120 to play the game. Oh my goodness, like
I
Path of
saw
Radiance
that
is so
bullshit on
expensive.
Twitter.
Also, like my goodness, affordable Fire Emblem is here,
No, that is
but
pretty epic.
one thing that they showed that I was very excited about and allows me to throw my hat in the ring for a request. So they're bringing the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Link was playable in that
Yep.
because Soul Calibur 2 had three releases: PlayStation, Xbox, and GameCube. Well, PS2. And the PS2 one had Heihachi, the Xbox one had Spawn, and the GameCube one had Link. And
Spawn.
so I know, right? I don't even know. I guess it's because the
That's
Xbox didn't have
interesting.
a melee fighter.
Yeah,
They
so
didn't have a
like the
melee fighter, so I
WA
guess they just like, hey yo Todd, can we borrow Spawn for a bit? And Todd McFarlane, he'll give Spawn to anybody. He don't care. Put him in your game. I don't care. In fact, if Spawn is not in something, it's probably because Todd McFarlane has not heard of it. Because that boy Spawn is everywhere. He's an Invincible, not the show, but the comics.
I was
But
about to say what?
yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool.
um,
But this reminds me of another multi-platform release that had a Nintendo spin on it when they added to GameCube. If I could please, Nintendo, if you're hearing this, give me NBA Street Volume 3 on the GameCube, uh, Nintendo Switch Online. Because that game had Mario, Luigi, and Peach
bro, I've
as
been trying
playable
to get a
characters.
hold of
So
that shit for a minute.
I would be on the moon if they add this to the GameCube portion. I would be through the moon.
Hey CJ,
That is so cool.
you know how many hoops they'd have to
What's up,
jump
bro?
through, bro? They got to go through the NBA. They got to go through Take Two Interactive. Licenses just ain't the same no more, bro.
And
I
you
don't think they're
right.
gonna see it as worth it, bro.
Oh, it would take a minute. It would probably be like on the second year of the software being out, before they'll even announce it.
I just don't see it happening at all, bro.
But yeah, so we got the Mario Sunshine, which I mean, that's cool.
That
'Cause I
kind of
definitely didn't get the 3D All Stars.
yeah, that kind of made people upset that they're doing this because of 3D All Stars. It's like, okay, well, what was the point in that? Because inevitably they're gonna add the Wii at some point to the retro collection, and so obviously they're gonna put
Yeah,
Galaxy and Galaxy
Joy
Two on
Cons.
there, and people are still
Yeah,
upset
well,
that they did. People are still upset that they didn't add Galaxy 2 to 3D All Stars. And I'm like, bro, they added the three games that were groundbreaking on those three home consoles. Galaxy 2 is just a sequel, bro.
it's just
It's
a
not that
sequel,
big a
and
deal.
dare I say, it's not a good one. Like, so
Oh,
I
hot
don't
take. Oh, they gonna hate you.
hide, hide, hide. Lukewarm
Ah!
at best. I don't know anybody who now.
Bro, the street's not
Like,
hearing
I know
that.
people ride for Galaxy 2. I mean, they ride for Galaxy 2. I get it. But it was not Galaxy 1, bro. Like, it wasn't, it was so limiting. Like Galaxy 1, you navigate the observatory to go to these different realms to then go see different galaxies. And it was like, hub world. Love it.
Right.
Galaxy 2 is just like standard Mario map layout. Like worldview. It's like that, It's
Yeah.
like, and most of the good parts about it are like the Galaxy 2 exclusive power ups, but uh, you don't you don't even get to use those power ups for the important fights and stuff. So it's like they're cool, but they're gimmick. So I don't know. It feels kind of bare bones to me.
I mean, I personally just wasn't a fan of Galaxy in general. Of those three games, Mario 64 was the best one, and that's crazy because I've always ragged on that game for having shit controls. And I mean, they increased that, like they got better in 3D All Stars. But Sunshine was still able to piss me off quite a fucking bit, so I can't say it was Sunshine. And plus, I didn't like the soundtrack as much as I did with 64. So people can eat that. Sunshine's soundtrack was not all that, bro. Um, Also, Galaxy soundtrack did not give me Galaxy vibes. Like Galaxy was actually the worst one of the three. I'm gonna be honest. I understand people have like great memories associated with that shit. That shit was just a no for me. I could not wait to be
You
done
gonna
with
say I
that
got a
game.
bro said I had a hot take for saying Galaxy 2 was bad, but you don't like neither one of them.
No,
You
I.
made it seem like I said something
To
crazy.
be fair, I've never played Galaxy 2, and Galaxy 2 is probably better, so I would love to play that. I was hoping it was on 3D All Stars through an update or through like a pre-order bonus for that very reason, because I had a feeling I wouldn't like Galaxy, and I was right. Did you plan on highlighting some other games on NSO for GameCube, or can I move to something?
I mean, I see Luigi's Mansion, but I'm
The
gonna,
shit that they put on
yeah, I'm gonna
3DS.
leave it at that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Pokemon Coliseum, that's fire.
Oh, yes,
That's
sir. Bro,
yeah,
I remember the
yep,
story from that
yep.
game. It was really nice. It was really different than what I was used
Yeah,
to.
the two Pokemon games are really selling it for me, really.
Yeah.
And Fire Emblem, of course, because I never got to play Path of Radiance. I played Radiant Dawn on the Wii, but that's that one. You
So
know,
y'all know we only
I
get
didn't know
like
who these
two
people were.
GameCube games a year, right?
Ah, I'm ready. That's why they rolled it out like this. They gave us what, Wind Waker, Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, a
Bro,
Pokemon. So that yeah, nah, this gonna be it
they had
for
Twilight
a
Princess
minute.
on there too, right?
Nah, no, they did not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Um,
Yeah, Wind Waker, Soul Cal, F Zero, and then yeah.
they should have gone ahead and threw Majora's Mask on there while they were at it, since it looks better on GameCube, obviously.
I'm trying to think what other GameCube games I would have enjoyed. I mean, it's not really. Oh, I mean, Double Dash, because you know they've given us all the Mario Karts for
Bro,
those
that game
different
was
consoles.
ass. I'm
So,
sorry, bro.
dude, you hate fun, don't you?
Bro, that
You one
shit.
of them fun hating folk,
Bro,
ain't
the
you?
controls were wonky as fuck, and then it wasn't like it was like Crash Tag Team Racing where you could choose whether you were going to like team up with someone or not. Like, no, no. You know what happens? You're forced to race with someone else. Like, no. It was really clunky. Um, it was just rough. I didn't like that game whatsoever, bro. It
Maybe
didn't.
when you play it on the Nintendo Switch Online, you'll be singing a different tune. I don't know. Maybe you need to play it now. I don't think maybe you enjoyed it because you were young.
Bro, I think you the new fanboy of the group, bro. Why is you letting these folks get away with this shit?
Bro, Double Dash was
Double
fire,
Dash was
bro.
ass, bro.
And
I'm
I will
sorry.
die on that hill. It's fire.
You dead then. Uh,
Bro said I'm dead.
you got anything else though?
Um, I wouldn't, I wouldn't be a gamer if I didn't acknowledge that Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 are coming to Nintendo Switch 2 as well.
So I mean, I was gonna mention that,
Cult classic game.
I still haven't even played Undertale. Don't shoot me, please. Um,
It's a cult classic, man. It's good. It's such a short amount of time too.
it,
Like the game hasn't been out forever, but it's got a big
I
following.
don't.
Rightfully so.
Oh,
It's a
that's
good
what you
game.
meant. The community around it. I mean, I feel like it was
Hmm.
rather easy to do so. People that came from Undertale, obviously, they were going to play Deltarune, and then the fact that he curated the soundtrack for Sword and Shield and uh, what the hell was that game called? Little Town Hero. Thank you, Astro. God damn it. I was watching this documentary on Little Big Planet earlier, and all I could think of was Little Big, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. uh,
Me said they snuck in Hollow Knight.
I did, and I was like, they didn't make a big deal
Uh,
about Hollow Knight. What the hell? People have been asking for that for the longest. Um, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy finally comes back in its original form to a Nintendo console, and it's been a long time coming. This is going to be my first time playing it through. I believe I played the demo at Astro's house when he had a PS4, and I very much loved the way it played because it was closer to Xenoblade. Because I don't really go for turn-based RPGs like that, right? So
yeah.
the fact that they went about the battle system the way that they did made it really appealing, and like obviously just like um, the way the game looks, bro. Like just every aspect of it, pretty nice.
You can you can thank Final Fantasy 15 for that. I think that's a blueprint for the modern day Final Fantasy games.
I'd agree.
I think I think that's when they did away with the turn based and then kind of just let you like turn into a hack and slash, which was dope. I actually need to get back on
Oh, you
that.
mean
But
the battle system?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hmm. I didn't think about that because I've only seen Taj play it a few times. I really wish I had a system with that game on it, honestly, though. I mean, I have an Xbox One now and a PS4, but maybe they put 15 on Switch too.
Yeah, because they had the Pocket Edition on Switch
That
One.
shit was embarrassing.
So hopefully now that they, I mean, should be able to should be able to squeeze 15 on the Switch 2 the way y'all are carrying on. Should be fine.
uh, um, so yeah, I'm very excited to play that. Um, bro, did you peep Fast Fusion,
Fast Fusion.
bro? The sequel to Fast Racing Neo. Well, Fast
Wait,
RMX,
no, I did
actually.
not peep.
Yeah, I knew you missed that one.
I did
Because I
not.
did too.
I did not peep. Was it during the montage?
I'm guessing so. It was during the sizzle reel. So,
It had to be during.
um,
Oh, hold on. I see it.
yeah,
Wait, hold on. Yep, I see it. I see it. Oh my
bro.
goodness.
Because realistically,
I blinked and I
we're just
missed it.
not we're not getting a new F Zero until like 2030 or something. Because F-Zero 99 is working out for them very well. So I'd imagine that they are working on one finally. But this is definitely going to hold us over. um, Looks even better than Fast RMX. Because Fast RMX was kind of like, it was a bit dull in the coloring. Like, it kind of looked a little washed out. This game looks very vibrant. I'm ready. I need another trailer, though.
No, right.
And I'm hoping the online is more fleshed out, too. Because Fast Remix did kind of focus more on the local aspect. Um, and I liked that, but I do need the online to be pretty good with this.
Yeah, I do too. Because you put me on to fast racing, and I had never thought that I would like games like that. Like I'm fun, I'm okay with a good racing game, but like those turbo racing games, I feel like I could never like really make the best out of the mechanics, and then um, so I was always kind of just like trying to stay away from them because I just couldn't handle the speed.
Yeah.
But I think after playing a few games. Since then, I've gotten a bit more accustomed to the turbo racing game genre. And hey, I mean, for the right price, I'll add it to my library. I mean, with 256 gigabytes of space at base, I can spare a few slots for games that I typically wouldn't download because I run low on space. Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, in that case, get ready for F-Zero GX. I wanna actually like beat your ass in that because you know they're gonna have an online for that.
Oh yeah, most def. I'm gonna get on that story mode too.
The story mode. Oh, so the thing about the story mode, did I tell you? Um, you have to do like regular races in order to like you have to do Grand Prix to unlock credits to unlock the cutscenes. And that's such like a relic of its time, bro. I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, wow. Like, what? I never thought I'd come across a game like that ever again. So that was interesting.
Well, we got to talk about it, man.
What that?
It's the it's the gorilla-shaped elephant in the room. The fact that we got a 3D Donkey Kong adventure game
Mm, mm, mm.
in this day and age. It's all I ever wanted. 'Cause I love Donkey Kong
Yeah.
as a character. It was just something about his 2D platforming experience that I mean, I played Donkey Kong Country a few times, not by choice, it's because that's what they kept releasing. So, So I played it a few times. I played it on the Wii, played it on the 3DS. I didn't play it on the Switch because I I know what happened, so I'll be okay. And so, and like the games are cool. I didn't play Tropical Freeze because, like I said, it's another 2D platformer, but I heard it was decent. Um, this is what I'm excited about. And I was watching the Treehouse earlier today, and even in the early stages, the game looks good. And it looks like it
Oh
plays
man,
really smooth.
really?
Like, the way you can just like start off in the base level and dig to a whole nother level beneath the ground. It was giving me like the only thing stopping you from progressing is your imagination and the way you traverse. Cause like you can go straight, you can be down, and it was giving me the Odyssey vibes. Is like these bananas that you capture operate like the power stars, and they'll be in the last place you expect. You really just gotta think outside the box. And seeing Donkey Kong in this mode, I was like, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I saw that Cranky Kong makes an appearance, which was cool.
Okay.
But then I thought that I thought that this Donkey Kong, because of his retro look, I low-key thought this was the Donkey Kong, like from the arcade
Yeah.
game, and like this is just kind of like what he was doing, before he got to the construction site or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he does like have like a mining based job. So I thought this was the arcade Donkey Kong. We were just going through his adventure. But I saw Cranky Kong and I was like, oh well, there goes my theory. So looks like this is still DK the third, and I'm fine with that. I mean, he's iconic. But I love his redesign. I love his facial expressions. I love the way you can interact with the walls and stuff like that. And it looks like we're in for a pretty good treat with this one.
Yeah. So, people have been asking for like another game like 64, right? Donkey Kong 64. I didn't understand why. Not necessarily like in opposition to it, but it's just the fact that I've never been
Yeah,
excited about a Donkey Kong game in my life. like, um, I wanted to, like, I definitely wanted to play Donkey Kong Country Returns when a couple of people that I knew when I was younger had it on their Wii, and then I finally got a chance to play it, and I'm like, bro, this is boring as shit. Why do people like this? Because I am thoroughly a Super Mario Brothers hater. 3D World and Wonder changed my life, okay? Wonder made me like completely change how I felt about it. But Donkey Kong Country did not change. It was still boring as fuck. I'm just not like a typical platformer kind of guy. And so I didn't even really see it that way until Astro said it. But Donkey Kong Bonanza is Super Mario Odyssey for Donkey Kong. Um,
absolutely.
and yeah, just judging by what you were telling me, I really wish I had watched more Treehouse before I started recording this. But let's see. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah. So obviously his design is based on the movie, right? Um, I didn't think I would like it honestly, because when they had teased it in the Mario Kart World trailer, I was like, oh man, like
Oh man, it's crazy.
no, like because it's really bold for them to even go for this major redesign of one of their flagship characters, right? So the fact that they even did it was amazing. But when I did see him in Mario Kart World, I did see how much more expressive he was, and in the trailer for his game and the direct. But they're able to make him more expressive now, and I'm very happy about that. And so that's what kind of made me lean more into, well, maybe this redesign was a really good idea for them, was a good move. Because everybody's more expressive now. Like, every single Super Mario character they they wear their emotions on their face. They're no longer just like placards. um, so it's really exciting to literally beat into the environment with my fists as Donkey Kong, bro. Like traversing through this game, I have to watch the fucking treehouse. Damn.
No, you need to. Right. Wait, are you busy after this? Because if not, it's only like 20 minutes. You need to watch it before you go to bed, bro. Like,
Oh,
just take a
bro.
peek. It's a good watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to peep before I go to bed. But yeah, bro, the shit looks sick, and it's launching like a little over a month after the Switch 2. Looks very
Yeah, I think it was
promising.
like July 17th.
17th or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that, man. And okay, so bit of a blonde moment. I realized that it's bonanza, like banana, and because I know what the word bonanza means, or like I've heard the word bonanza, but I never thought about how it was spelled. I didn't know that they were making a joke. It's like
Oh,
banana. So okay, I
brother.
get it now. Now it's even better. Now it's even better. Like how excited y'all heard me was. I'm even more excited now because it's fucking banana. Like, all right, you, you got me there. You
Yeah, and
definitely got me there.
they're even showing like character through their they're showing personality through their characters again. Like, bro's got banana eyes, bro. Like he's gung ho for bananas instead of him just like protecting them because someone's trying to steal them off the island or some bullshit. Like, no, bro's like he goes stupid for bananas. And I love that, man. I love
Yeah.
it. The fun's coming back to the characters, bro.
Yeah, like I said, um, I think Mario and Mario Wonder, like the Mario movie and the Mario Wonder, this is a renaissance for all of these characters, and they're all getting overhauled, and I cannot wait to see what they have in store for not even just like the main, but like when more Mario games get added, we'll see like the side characters, like their personalities clashing and coming together, and I feel like, have you played Brothership? Like, do you have it?
Unfortunately, I
Okay, I don't have it either. But the expressions in that game are also really good,
don't. The what?
just based off the
You cut out
gameplay
a
I've
little bit.
seen. The expressions, like the
Yeah,
way they, yeah, really
yeah.
good.
I've seen a lot about it now. I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get my hands on this Donkey Kong game because I'm not gonna say I'm gonna play it like nonstop because I don't want it to end, but I will be playing it a lot.
Yeah, bro. That's man. That game looks really promising, bro. So, I kind of, I mean, if that's all we've got for the games or whatever, um,
Yeah.
I've kind of went over the release date. We know that's June 5th. Um, I mean, I kind of went over this as well. I just really don't see this mouse feature being like a long term thing, especially like with AAA developers. They're not going to feel forced to use it, but it's like, but what if no one else has any good ideas on how to implement it into a game? And so, what used to happen a lot back then with stuff like the motion controls from the Wii, they built the
Uh-huh.
game around the feature, and that's really bad. You don't want to do that.
Right. So because that's one feature that the Joy-Cons can do, I don't see them stabbing themselves in the foot, like building games around the mouse control. What I do see is certain certain touchscreen games, like maybe from the DS era of games, making a comeback. Like I saw somebody on Reddit saying, the mouse controls would be a good way to bring Pokemon Ranger back into the like Pokemon Ranger back because you can just click and like draw the circles that way. And I was like, that's a good concept. And I was like, they could also bring back like point and click adventures. I'm not really a fan of those, but if you were to bring them back, that would be a cool way to do it
Um,
because you can just like treat it like you're on like you're on a desktop.
yeah, but I mean, personally, I just don't see that. I don't see that being the way to do it just simply because, I mean, some of those games, they're going to require like precise timing and stuff, right? So that can't be the solution for the whole platform, right?
Yeah,
Um,
dang, it's such a cool feature too.
really?
But
I
like,
don't
when
see
would I
what all
use
they
it?
can do with it, bro. I just don't.
Yeah, it's like, when would I use it? Like Rhythm Heaven, right? I mean, I mean,
Yeah, there are games where they're
WarioWare.
yeah, there are games where they're obviously gonna use it, but like, yeah, man, I just think that's the new IR camera. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy, I
Um,
forgot they had that.
say what?
I forgot that they got it on this one or no?
No, God, no,
Okay, I didn't see it. I just
no,
thought
sir.
I didn't see it.
And I think they were
Okay.
mostly trying to do that for Labo, if I'm being completely honest with you. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, like, anytime I say something like this, I really am hoping they prove me wrong. I really do. I want it to work out. I want it to be a great thing. I just don't see it, bro. CJ, you still here?
Yeah, I'm just really wrapping my head around like, did they really just like give us a new feature and then yeah, we're probably only gonna see it once or twice. Dang. Why
Yeah.
they keep doing that?
No, so I love that they continue to try new things. I really do. I just think this is the next thing that's just not going to be the next thing. Um, so I kind of want to talk about how the internet is reacting right now. Um, People are being told things that are just not things. It has not been confirmed that in America any game for Switch 2 will be $90. That has not happened. Euros do not equal US dollars, bro. That's just not how conversion rates work. um
Right.
so it is crazy though that they're asking people to pay $80 for a Mario Kart game. Despite it being open world, I understand that, but $80 is come on now.
Yeah, I fear it's one of those things to where it's like Mario tax. It's like, I mean, you're not gonna be able to get it anywhere else, so if you want to play it,
Mario
if you want to
tax.
play, you're gonna have to shell it out. Yeah, it's like, I got the best exclusives on the market, like, hey, Gabagoo, you're gonna have to come up off the cheese, and it's like, oh man, come on, Don, I can't keep, come on, Don, I got a family to feed, hey man, but you want to play your Mario? You want to feed your kids, come on, the options. It's like, ah, dang. Well, looks like little Timmy's going without again. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, it really is unfortunate that that's the climate we're in. Um, but like I was saying earlier, they're definitely going to have to do more sales because that that first sales quarter after Switch 2 launches, I don't think it's going to look too well. It's going to look phenomenal, right? Obviously, because pre-orders and You know, the initial buys, but after holiday season, there which would be their Q4 for 2025, because Japan, I don't
Yeah.
think the numbers are going to look the way they want them to. I'm going to be honest. Now, maybe people are capping with the way that they're acting online, like they did with Netflix. But this is kind of like a different realm. So we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like people are just saying things because the same thing happened with the PS5, right? And if people were like, "Oh, well, I would never buy it," I couldn't get one because it was sold out. So somebody was lying,
Yeah.
and so I think this will kind of be a similar fate. And yeah, but I feel like people are like they're not as mad as they're letting on because
Yeah.
what the price looks like, it's still cheaper than that PS5 Pro you just bought. You
Right.
know, it's cheaper than that. You know, it's cheaper than that Series X you bought on the aftermarket, right? You know, like it's cheaper than that, and you had no problem spending that. I feel like, and I've always felt like this, Nintendo is held to a standard that they can never beat
Oh,
in
absolutely.
the eyes of some of these people.
Absolutely.
Because what do you mean? Oh yeah, we're giving you yet another console that you can play in the handheld and on your TV. This one is stronger. It's stronger. The library is bigger at launch. Because you remember the whole meme, Nintendo Switch has games. Well, where they at? You know, and it's like
Oh,
it's
wow.
just,
Wait, that was really a thing?
yeah. You remember that trailer? It was like Nintendo Switch has games, but then people were like, well, I mean, they're all ports. You
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Like that whole
Yeah, I
era?
do. Yeah, I got you.
Right. Now granted, these are like the biggest titles that are coming are games that already exist, but it's different because people have not been able to experience these games before.
Yeah.
And so it's ports in that sense. You know, it's not like they didn't give us like like how Breath of the Wild was a headliner, but it was a Wii U game. And then
Yeah.
like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a headliner, but it was a Wii U game. You know, like
Right.
that's not what this is, you know? So I feel like people are talking just to talk for clicks and engagement. Because then when the console comes out, I guarantee you, even if I could, I won't be able to get it day one because it's going to be sold out. And then people are just lying. Now you can say that they're selling it to resell it, and you know they're scalping it, which is possible. Which is possible. That's also true. That could happen. But with the way Nintendo had that pre-order thing set up in some regions, um, they not they they have a bit of a fail-safe for scalpers,
Yeah,
and I don't know
so
if you heard about that.
they did say that they were going to have something in place, but like what all did they do for it?
So, from what I understood, and I'm trying to find a link or an article that can fact check it, but I'll just speak on it, and then if I can't find it, then I won't find it. But there was a thing that was like you have to like log in with your Nintendo account and you have to have put in at least 50 hours on your Nintendo Switch 1 to be able to purchase it for pre-order, right? Because they want to fight against scalpers and things like that. And so it's like most people who meet that criteria have a Nintendo Switch. So it's like, you
Yeah.
know, so the
Hmm.
first people who get first dibs would be the people who like, okay, well, I've been playing my Nintendo Switch forever. So boom, I get first dibs on Nintendo Switch too because I obviously want to use it. And I'm not just going to sell it off to the highest bidder.
Right.
I mean, Lord knows I don't have that problem because I got 50 hours on one game alone, let alone on my entire Switch. So I'm good.
Hmm. I mean, that does
But
sound
we'll
pretty.
have to see when it.
That does sound pretty blocked off, though. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see for sure. I'm hoping that I'm able to get it at my job because that would be nice. That would be nice. I wouldn't have to go far. Just get it and come on home, right?
Yeah. Well,
I will be
speaking
after
of,
paying it.
what's that?
I said I will be after paying it.
I'm crying.
Link in bio.
Well, speaking of pre-orders, that's currently not a thing in the U.S. due to the current trade war going on. So they have been indefinitely delayed here. And Nintendo said that they're closely monitoring it to see the next steps. And who knows, that may affect pricing in certain aspects. But yeah, it's unfortunate because I'm not sure if that's going to affect their first quarter or not.
Yeah, everybody's getting hit hard with that. Just about everything I own is getting a bit marked up. So it's like, yeah, time's just up right now.
Yeah.
But I hope they're able to figure it out to where it's like good for them and, not just like a, a financial hole on the consumer. But
Yeah.
we'll just have to see.
I'm guessing they hope the dust settles before it comes time to ship them to retailers. Um, but yeah, another thing that people were raging out about were the game key cards. And if you were buying games like NBA 2K, they were already doing that. Where you would buy the game and there was a download code inside of it, and it's just like, what was the point? But yeah, to be fair, they were
Oh,
already
I
doing
get you.
this.
I get you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's literally just a download, a physical download key. Not a big deal.
Yeah, that was just so you can get it. Like they do that because not everybody people still use cash and people still go shop in person. But they're like, well, I'm still not gonna put it on a cartridge for certain games. It's like so you can still buy it with your cash in person. It's just you got to go home and download it. I don't see a problem with that, especially because it's not new. You
Well,
know?
um, I just didn't like it from the beginning personally, because realistically, it's just the publishers being cheap, um, because they have 64 gigabyte game cards, but obviously they're gonna cost more um, than the 32 gigabyte or the 16 gigabyte game cards, right? I get it, but
Right.
like if that's the case, just make it download only. But no, I definitely get it from the perspective you gave. I didn't really think about it like that. But to
I
kind of
saw
go
some.
go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I saw some outrage on the on like the the way the boxes look. Like they did away with the spines, right? Like that have the title on them, and like they kind of just put this Joy-Con logo and the number two at the top of it, and so it kind of just like people are like, oh, well, that kind of just looks tacky, and I was like, I mean, I feel like now we're grasping at straws here, right? I don't
Wait,
think it's that bad.
at like the top of the case, right?
Yeah,
Are you serious? People are fucking complaining about that?
yeah, to the point where people were like, "Oh, I fixed the Nintendo Switch 2 box art format," and then people are like, "This is so good. Why wasn't it like this from the beginning?" And it's like, okay, jobs, people, jobs. What are we doing? Go, jobs.
Bro, what the
Like,
fuck?
dude, what's up? It's never that serious. It actually doesn't even look that bad. I'm loving all the red on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I am as
I like
well.
it.
What is wrong with people, bro?
I'm not gonna the red on it. No clue. Hey, hopefully, when they bring back Nintendo Selects, maybe they'll switch it up a little bit, right? You
Hey, bro, I don't think they bringing that shit back at all,
know?
bro. Bro, they didn't announce the Switch 2, bro. They ain't said shit about it, no damn Nintendo Selects, bro. That shit cooked.
You know, everybody doing away with that. Like PlayStation Hits ain't a thing no more. I don't think. And then the Xbox Greatest Hits, nope, that's over with.
Yeah, that's really
Hey,
unfortunate, bro.
I miss that. I miss that.
Well, to kind of go ahead and wrap the show up, unless you had anything else, CJ.
I think we, I think we covered just about anything I would have wanted to get into.
Okay, I kind of just wanted to talk about the fact that Nintendo was able to rally up so many third-party publishers for uh, the launch date. The fact that they were able to get stuff like Elden Ring and Hades 2 and confirming something like the Dusk Bloods being exclusive to Switch 2, I thought that was
Oh yeah,
major for that demographic that they've been after for so long. That's major. Because it's from the people that made Dark
huge.
Souls, right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, so that,
Yep. And Bloodborne,
wow.
right?
That's a
Right. I'm
major
pretty
move for
sure.
them. Whatever they paid for that, I'm sure it's going to end up being worth it. Um, but yeah, they managed to get confirmed like 007 and um, adding stuff like Hitman, like just certain games that were like older, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's still a big deal to have this on this one console that changed the gaming industry forever. They have Valve shitting their pants a little bit about making sure that they can cash in, and then had PC makers trying to imitate Valve. And those things are severely, um, they're priced severely higher than the Switch 2, currently priced at $450, by the way.
Right.
Bro,
They said, "Oh, just get a Steam Deck." Okay, that thing can barely run Marvel Rivals.
bro. Asus, no, I think so. The ROG Ally is like $700, bro.
Right. And they're like, "Oh, just buy that." No, I'm not doing that. I can't play Donkey Kong.
But yeah, now one thing I will say was kind of like an oversight though, bro. They should have confirmed Marvel Rivals for this thing, bro. I think that would have had people going
Dude,
crazy.
low key, low key, and it's got some pretty good character design if you catch my drift. Oh,
Okay.
and speaking of all those different types of consoles, like, so people are like, oh yeah, just buy a Steam Deck, just buy a Asus joint or whatever. The Lenovo Legion, also another $700, and it's like, no,
Yeah,
no,
bro.
bro, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get you a Switch 2, bro. Just get you a Switch 2, little bro. Real talk.
So,
Come on, it's got HDR, bro. Come on.
bro, it's got HDR, bro. I think that was something that did not get highlighted enough, including by me. That shit's dope. UHD and HDR. And they have a quad HD TV mode. I'm not sure if anyone noticed that, but I'm hoping that also means it allows you to play 90 frames, because that's like the perfect middle ground for me of having both
Right,
fluidity
right.
and
Now my
resolution.
my TV my TV can't run any of that, but
Oh,
if I get a good TV, then I'll be in business.
okay, okay.
I won't notice. Well, the TV in my living room supports HDR, so I'll be able to make good use out of
Yeah.
that. That'll be nice. Oh, one thing that we kind of just, I mean, it wasn't really that important, especially because I've already done beat the game already. But looks like they're adding a Zelda app to the Nintendo Switch app because I think they're rebranding it. Like it's not the Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
Online app.
I can't remember what they called it. Basically, it
Zelda
helps.
Notes.
Yeah. It'll help you with locating different stuff like more so the Korok seeds. I think that's what most people would use it for.
Yeah, because I could have used that 151 shrines ago,
Yeah,
but
I can't believe that
I
they're
mean,
just now doing that. Honestly.
nothing I can do about it now. I done already got the damn thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
but
I'm
I
gonna
was a
go
little bit
back to
upset. I
Korok
ain't gonna
seeds,
lie.
bro. Um. Uh. Yeah, I think all in all though, Nintendo, bro, they realized that certain things in the industry they would have to compromise with, like the fact that they have to let people have choices. So they got either you play in performance mode or uh, I can't remember what the other one was called, but you know it prioritizes resolution over frame rate, and then performance mode obviously is frame rate over resolution. And
Yeah.
I feel like they were on the cusp of being like, okay, Discord will do it, and they're like, no, we fucking figured it out. Fuck you. But all in all, I think it was really cool, especially the fact that they did a green screen feature. That was really nice.
Oh, for the little the game chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And yeah, I think this first year is gonna look really bright for Nintendo. Now, if we could just get Astral Chain 2 confirmed, I'd be a very happy camper. Get us Odyssey 2 for the holiday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Generation 10 of Pokemon while you're at it, right?
Excuse me? What?
Right? Yeah,
Oh, what?
you know Generation 10 of Pokemon?
Oh,
Yeah?
no. See, I
Yeah?
already knew they were going to delay that until next year because of their 30th anniversary, so I already knew that wasn't coming. That's going to be so sick. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see what they do for that.
Man, it's looking bright, and I hope I get to capitalize on this sooner rather than later. 'Cause I would hate. I gotta make some decisions,
Yeah.
man.
I just hate that I just still haven't gotten a chance to play Legends Arceus, and we're around the corner from Z to A. But yeah, man. Again, all in all, great direct. Um, Plenty of things thrown at us. I'm not necessarily happy with everything, especially the fact that I'm not going to be able to get one this year. But I can't wait to see more. I'm very much impressed.
Yeah, man. Oof, Smash. I can't wait for
Oh,
Smash.
you had to bring it up, didn't you?
It wouldn't be a
You're
direct if I
so
didn't, bro.
smelly for that, bro. Come on.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be a direct if I didn't bring up Smash Brothers, bro. You know it's coming 2028,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I think that's actually a good call on
Yeah,
that. 2028, we'll have a
yeah.
new Smash. I'm hoping they start over. Honestly, make the base roster the original 12, have unlockable another 12, and then do DLC of 12 more. Call it after that. Don't do too much with it. Don't do just unnecessary shit. But I do want plenty of stages though, plenty of music. Okay.
Right. Ratchet and Clank. Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to sneak it in
I
there.
mean,
It was so
you know what though?
unnatural. Oh, it was
I'm
so
not gonna.
unnatural.
No, no, no. I'm not gonna write it off completely because even Sony has started to pay attention to Xbox and realize maybe we would make some more money off of all of our failures if we start putting games on Switch because they put Lego Horizon on Switch. Like that is an actual Sony property.
Yeah, that shit
And
was
I didn't
weird.
know that until I was told that in a video. And I was like, "What? This has never fucking happened." And I don't think it was talked about enough. Sony actually put a game on a Nintendo platform. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, any final words, CJ, before we close out?
Man. All right. If you get the Switch, get the Switch, man. If you're not getting the Switch, do not. Don't berate people for getting it. Let people be happy. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people get away from the goodness of it all. It's like, oh, I can't believe you bought that. Dude, let him have it, man. Let him have it. Let him have it. He'll let you play. You know? Come on. Be cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping the platform caught all of that because I heard about 20% of it. But I do feel like people should.
It'd be like that.
I do feel like people should vote with their wallets on this one. If you were actually upset, reflect it. Now that's not me saying like stand on what you're saying, but unless you actually feel like something has substantially changed, and it's not you just like coping and just giving in. Um, yeah, I mean, go for it if you feel like enough has changed.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. As soon as I am like financially in a great spot and I have my new phone, because I told people like my next major purchase is a new phone. I don't give a fuck about no Switch 2 to that degree. I'm not putting it before my new phone. That's not happening. And shit, after that, I may get a tablet. So that's why I was saying like 2027. I've got to get a new tablet, bro, because this Chromebook is pissing me the fuck off. But yeah, I I really appreciate both of you and Taj for being on with me tonight. CJ, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, I'm glad I'm glad I was able to make the time for it.
Yeah, because I know it was like super last minute, guys. I literally asked them like 2 days ago, like, "Hey, you want to do this thing that might be like 2 hours long?" And I'm surprised that Taj was able to stay on as long as he was. I really do appreciate it, because this episode was probably gonna be half the length, a tenth of the energy, you know. And I was telling CJ before this, I kind of didn't like how and I'm gonna say it on this show, just being open with you guys. I didn't like how the previous episode came out because I feel like directs are meant to share hype with people. So I kind of want to keep those as collab episodes. But if I do it on my own, I will mark them as bonus
Oh
episodes.
Lord.
I will mark them as bonus episodes because it's not what I want to feed you guys. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me. I want to thank Astro for being at my house and not minding that I was hosting while he was here, because this did take up some of our time together, and I have work in the morning, so that sucks. But
I'm off
oh,
tomorrow.
fuck you. This episode I do plan
Uh,
I do plan to put it up around 4 in the afternoon. So while I'm here, I want to make sure you guys know the schedule. Sundays, I plan on doing daytime, 4 p.m. Wednesdays, I plan on doing nighttime. I haven't really figured it out. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like 10:30. That may be too late. No. I'm gonna do like 9. Yeah, gonna do like 9. So be ready for that. Day on Sunday, night on Wednesday. But again, thank you, CJ, and thank you, Taj, for being here. And thank you guys for listening. Did you maybe want to plug anything or?
Man, alright. So
Oh, don't
look,
feel the
the
pressure now.
YouTube channel ain't gone. So the YouTube channel ain't gone, man. Just stay tuned. CJ Belmont on YouTube. I post Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And it's coming back. It's coming back. I know. It's been a minute. All right.
Okay. Well,
That's it.
I will definitely catch up with you guys later. Now, as far as the schedule, that's when to expect episodes. Right now, I can't really promise 2 episodes a week or even 2 episodes every other week. It's just this has been a really busy quarter for Nintendo, so I've been uploading a little more than usual. But thank you guys for listening. I'll catch you later.